Welcome everyone at STATETA Pro Kaunas Grand Prix 2026 is the third stage of Baltic Touring Car Championship, and we're here at Nemuno Žiedas, Nemuno's ring. It's nice to meet Lithuanians here at this track. Right now we have Nakan endurance qualification going on, but soon we will start with the grid with actual racing in around 10 minutes. We start with the V1600 and ABC race class. The rain is picking up actually. It was a little bit sunny at the moment, and yeah, it's a bit noisy here. But anyways, yeah, this is the qualification happening. Rain is picking up, wind is picking up. It's been really fun. Yesterday in the qualification and practice runs, we had almost like a tornado here. Bunch of rain, super wet conditions. So yeah, again, about the day's program, we will start with the V1600 and ABC race class, first race. Then we continue with the BaTCC 1, 2 and 3 classes. Then we continue with BMW 325 Cup class. Then we have the Baltic GT class, BMW Turbo Cup, Formula Historic, Mitjet Baltics, 2-hour endurance qualification again. And then we go for the second round. It's really noisy here. Nice to be here. Such a nice racetrack. So guys, we will tune in very soon. I see that the qualification has been done. So in a few minutes we'll go to the grid. We'll go through the V1600 and ABC race cars. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You through the day today, and what a long day it will be, as Carl is already described. We will have 7 sprint races in the morning, or before the lunch to be precise, and then 7 more sprint races after the lunch, and the day will be concluded by a 2-hour endurance race. And as you can see, rain is really falling already. The weather forecast predicts it's continuing almost through the day, maybe towards the end of the day in the evening for 2-hour race. It will be a little bit more drier. Here you can see the weather forecast. Rain all the time. Maybe not that much, but even from 11 o'clock there is, or even earlier, there is some hope for sun even. But just a few minutes ago, I saw the track. There were some dry patches, but probably it's not the case already now, as the endurance cars have got their qualification to the end. Yes, checkered flag is out, and it means that this qualification is almost over. Cars are now returning to the pits, and here is some parts of our schedule. That's the last part of our schedule, as you can see. But yes, we are starting with V1600 and ABC race cars. They will run over 15 minutes, then Baltic Touring Cars, then BMW 325 Cup, then Baltic GT, then BMW Turbo Cup, then Formula Historic, which is after a long break on this track. And rain is now, you can see it's pouring down already, not just raining. And yes, the day will be concluded. Actually, the morning part will be concluded by Mitjet Baltics. Then there will be another endurance race qualification session, and the afternoon part starts again with V1600s at 2:20 p.m. And here's the track. Actually, the track length is 3,301 meters. It's written in the supplementary regulations. And what's most important with this track, which defines its character, 10 turns, as you can see. Its altitude change is 36 meters, and it's really feeling if you're driving In zone 6, especially, you go into the hill. It's still, if you go out of turn 7, you see that hill in front of you. It's not just hill or mount, it's just like a wall you are going to climb. And the section after that is really tricky. Blind crest, who is a sharp left turn, then going through the valley where the car will be compressed. And it's really important to go well there, because there is a long full throttle section after that. But this is the most remote part of the track, turn 7, just before that notorious climb. We see safety car on the track currently. Probably everything is all right, and the V1600 cars and the ABC race cars can go out the pits and take their spots on the preliminary grid just to be ready for the race. Those cars use universal tires, which means they have no dedicated wet weather tires, and it means that as the tires are different for different crosses, it means that basically V1600 cars are much faster than ABC race cars on the dry track. But in the wet conditions like they are now, it's going to be probably another story. ABC race cars tend to be much faster due to their tires, which are better suited for the wet, but as all cars in the class have the same tires, there is no difference. And of course, the point standings are also classification is also 2 separate classifications, so no problems from it. And you can see that track is really wet in turns 4 and 5. That's turn 3 in the background, just coming down from turn 2, steep downhill section there. And this turn 6, the most remote part of the track where the climb starts. And the cars are now going to take their places on the preliminary grid. We have had already 2 rounds in championship this year, and so we have also some point standings, and here is the grid, ABC race grid to be precise. Sorry, it's not ABC, it's V1600, and I can tell you that Marek Matvejevs, who has won all 4 races this year, will start from pole position, and Nauris Agafonovs, who has been second in all 4 races this year, is starting from second. So 2 fastest drivers from the front row, no surprises there. Then Artur Stanilevskis and Kaspars Rudmiesis will start from second row. Rudmies is currently third in point standings, but Matvejevs and Agafonovs, they are far in front in points. And the picture during the races has been usually like Matvejevs in front, then Agafonovs together with him running away from the rest of the field. And towards the races, Matvejevs usually has a little bit pulled away from Agafonovs as well. So Carlis is on the grid. Not all cars have arrived yet, but in the background we can see they are arriving. And Marek Matvejevs, last year champion and this year leader, is also in number 52 Opel Astra. He's taking his pole position right now. And alongside him, number 111, Nauris Agafonovs, should arrive here in he's here. So everything seems to be ready. 15 minutes will be the duration of this race, standing start. And as V1600 cars grid was determined by qualification, ABC race, as usually according to the regulations, grid spots are over to Carlis. Hopefully we will get some sound as well. Yes, rainfalling can affect everything in racing, not just cars and track, but also reporters and their equipment. It's not like you go and here you are, but there are some technical problems, so hopefully they will be solved. And this is the most notorious part of the track climb before turns 7 and 8. Most remote part of the track. You simply must get this right. Okay, you can of course give away a little bit, maybe a few tenths, just to make sure you stay on the track and get good exit from turn 8. But anyway, this is the key part of Nemuno Žiedas track. While cars are getting ready on the grid. And talking about the point standings, Marek Zvatejevs won all 4 races and has thus 100 points. Nauris Agafonovs, being 4 times second, has 72 points. Then the gap is much larger to third place driver Kaspars Rudmiesis. He has 49 points, but it means being just 2 points in front of Rudi Reinomägi, number 80, the only non-Latvian driver in this race. Rudi Reinomägi coming from Estonia. And also 5th place driver Andris Misiņš. He is rather close to Rudmiesis and Reinomägi, 42 points. And Arvids Rumbens currently occupies P6 with 30 points, but he has had some technical issues. At least one retirement. Here our cars are already going on their sighting laps. There will be, should be 2 formation laps, and the track is really wet now. That's turn 2. Cars coming down the long straight and then coming downwards towards turn 3, which is here. Then turn 4 under the oak tree, which is on the right side, outside of the track. Famous place here. And then heading towards the remote part of the track, turns 6, 7, 8. We have 14 cars on the track. 10 of them are V1600 and 4 from ABC race. And V1600s are starting from the front. And there is a small gap to ABC race cars, but as I told, due to the difference in tires they are using, it's extremely possible that the ABC cars will catch much more powerful V1600s and maybe will even overtake him, especially Well, okay, we will see. Now cars going through turn 9. That's the going through the small valley downhill and then uphill and towards the finish section. And cars are starting on the more or less straight section, but during the race they are going to go through the chicane in the start-finish area. It looks like we have some problems with cameras, but we of course excuse for this, but cars are now ready on the grid. You can see Matveyev's the leftmost and Agafonov's just behind him. Everything is now ready for the race. Just a few seconds. Starting start 15 minutes race. It's not over the number of laps, but over 15 minutes. Matveyev's car is moving in the front. There is a safety car out on the track still. So start is a little bit delayed. I assume it's because of the situation on the track. Tarmac being rather wet, but at least what I saw from TV, now everything is ready. There is green flag, which signals that everything should be ready for the first start. Marek Svatveyevs and Nauris Agafonovs in front row. Artur Stanilevskis, Kaspars Rudmes is from row 2. Not yet. Not yet. There is Marshall going towards Matveyevs and explaining him something. It's rather possible that we will have another formation lap, although I can't tell you exactly. But no, now it should be everything ready for start as Marshall with green flag arrives at the back of the field. Then we should have at least, hopefully we will have the start and the first race of the day will be underway. Now everything is ready, finally. And here we go. Matveyevs took a really good start while Danilevskis were delayed and loses at least one or even two positions. While ABC race cars in the back, there was a little gap to them, but let's see how they will arrive from lap 1. As it stands, Matveevs is in front and Agafonov's right behind him. Then Danilevskis, who has he took third despite his bad start. There is already some jostling going out in the background, and Danilevski, look at this, already trying to take P2 away from Agafonov as they go downhill for the first time. Yes, the top 3 are breaking away from the rest. Now let's see when they start climbing, and not top 3 but top 2, because there are Matveevs and Danilevskis together in the front. And Danilevskis is really all over Matveevs, and meanwhile that's Rudi Reinomägi, the sole non-Latvian driver here, who went off a little bit in the remote part of the track in turn 7. But at least he's back on the track now. He's in several positions. Hopefully his car will be okay, because he's a really fast driver, should be among the fastest here, but of course rain changes everything. First time through the chicane, and Danilevskis has but has taken the lead away from Matveevs and already is breaking away from the championship leader. And here they go to turn 2. Back in third. We didn't see it in the live picture, but he probably had some problems during the opening lap and was losing several positions. He was 4th actually at the end of lap 1, but now back in third in front of Rudmiesis. So Danilevskis, Matveevs, Rudmiesis, Agafonovs is top 4 currently, while all ABC cars actually has already passed number 99 Anna Vitinja. At the back of the field, it's very tight here, and it's Rudi Reinomägi now who is going past number 23 Sandis Laube. It means Reinomägi now is back in 7th and pulling away from this swarm of Toyota Yaris, mainly. A lot of Toyota Yaris in both classes, because it's a very suitable car. Let's see what Reinomägi can do now after his first lap off, but Danilevskis is really pulling away. His lap time 1:36.1, and Matveevs was full 1.5 seconds slower. And here's the midfield. Skirma is in P5, Andres Misic P6, and Rudi Reinomägi currently P7. Anna Vitinja at the end of the field. Now Agafonovs has broken away from Rudmiesis clearly. Agafonovs in third and trying to catch Danilevskis and Matveevs in front, but it will not be easy. Meanwhile, number 80 Rudi Reinomägi is now chasing another car. Reinomägi has made a good progress here in Honda Civic, has been one of the fastest driver over the first 2 rounds, but here he's struggling currently because of that off on the opening lap, but he's fighting back. Rudmiesis is in 4th currently, and Agafonovs, you see, he's already some 100 meters or even more in front of him, and Reinomägi really has passed number 60 Karlis Skirmanis for 5th place. And this is number 3. What exactly happened? What I told that ABC race cars can be very fast on the wet track, and exactly this is now happening. Roberts and Roberts also in number 54 and number 18 already 8th and 9th overall and overtaking one V1600 car after another. So let's see how high up they can reach towards the end of the race. Still 9.5 minutes to go. The lap times are the best lap time actually from Artur Stadilevski's currently is 1:36.1, and the track is becoming maybe even a little bit slower as it passes. Because lap times are getting worse and worse. It's a very tricky part. Oh, there is car off. It is number 23, Sandis Laube, in turn 4, and as he's not beached, at least he wasn't. Now he is probably beached at the outside of turn 4, and it may mean safety car or at least full court sail away. Here you also saw that track is extremely slippery. It was Robert Sotolinch in Honda Civic who went off in turn 7. It's quite chaotic, as it often happens when the track is completely wet. Robert's skills on the wet pay off more than maybe on the dry track. And if you add these difference in tires, then it really mixes situation up. So in the front, there are no changes. Stadilevski is now full 6 seconds in front of Matveevs in P1 and 2, but the important part is that number 80, Rudi Reinomägi, is currently catching number 227, Kaspars Ruutmiesis. We have seen several battles from them this year, 2 drivers in similar Honda Civics, and there is another car was in the middle of the track. I think it was Arvids Rubens, number 11. Yes, he was in Suzuki Swift. Had a spin in turn 2, but continues. Ruutmiesis has been already caught by Reinomägi. Reinomägi is putting really good laps in. He's actually not the fastest driver on the track, but one of the fastest together with Stadilevski's and Matveevs. This is for the lead in ABC race. Robert 54, Artur Lodge number 3, and Robert Sotolinch. Robert Sotolinch actually has already a little bit back, but it's Andres Misis number 27 in front of those 2 ABC race cars. This is running in V1600, and if and when the track dries out a little bit, the more powerful engine of V1600, of course, seems to be much better, and Misis, is faster than those 2 behind him. And here Reinomägi has now definitely caught Ruutmiesis going downhill from turn 2. Question is where you can overtake your rival. Perhaps not here, and I'm almost, as the car is on the outside of the track, he beached in the gravel. Yellow flag is out also. Sign of the danger. So what's happening here? Going uphill through turn 7. Still Ruutmiesis in front of Reinomägi. It's a classic example of how catching the car in front of you is one thing, but overtaking it is a completely different one. Reinomägi's best lap is some 1.5 seconds better than Ruutmiesis has managed, but it doesn't help him currently, because Ruutmiesis is firmly in front. They are now fighting for P4 and P5. Being already some half a minute behind the leader, Artur Stanilevski, who is completely alone in front. Here is now Zagapunovs in third. Actually, all the top three drivers are completely alone on the track. Gaps are close to 10 seconds in front and behind them, but this pair... now Reinomägi is past Rudmies is into fourth. Wherever he did it and however he did it, we didn't see, but he is now clearly in front. Now we have caught leader Artur Stanilevski for a moment. But this is the battle for the lead in ABC race, and we can see that Arturs Lodge went past Luka Roberts. So Lodge number 3, Peugeot is the leader in ABC race. Here they go. And Roberts is again behind Andris Micic. There is no direct race between them because they are from different classes, and Roberts now trying to overtake Micic through turn 8. That's really dangerous place to do it. But did he manage? No, he didn't. And it of course means that Lodge is simply running away. Just 3 minutes remaining from this race, and Arturs Lodge is on his way to a victory in ABC race, but still 3 minutes, it means more or less 2 laps. Depends on where our overall leader is moving currently. And you see the difference. These were Reinomägi and Rudmies in Honda Civics fighting for P4. And Reinomägi, once in free air, was immediately some 3 seconds faster than his opponent. But Roberts is still stuck behind Micic. Meanwhile, they are both catching Lodge. And this was now really brave move. Although there should have been a yellow flag. I'm not sure if it was shown. Maybe it was... No, it's not there because it has been for 3 laps and everybody knows that car is there on the outside. So it was Luka Roberts who went for an overtaking move, and then he has now got the company in the form of Roberts Ozolic. They are second and third in their classes, so Roberts probably have lost the chance for victory in his class, but he's under a threat and can lose even P2. But at least over the last section, Roberts seems to be a little bit faster than Ozolic behind him. Anyway, top 3 in ABC race are covered by a little bit more than just 1 second, so nothing is clear here. It seems that conditions have got a little bit better because Artur Stanilevski is putting laps with 1:30 in 1:35s. Back to ABC race, top 3. They are all now separated by maybe half a second, maybe a little bit more, but Roberts is again catching Lodge in the downhill section. And they are more or less together now. And Ozolic also getting closer and closer to that battle. And with just a few seconds remaining, I can tell you where the overall leader Artur Stanilevski currently is. But he will get the checkered flag certainly the next time he crosses the turning line. But here is the battle raging on in ABC race. Top 3 all together, separated by just a few car lengths. Arturs Lodge, Luka Roberts, Roberts Ozolic. Nothing decided yet as they start their final lap. Time is over already, those 15 minutes. And Andres Misic is also starting his final lap. But overall leader Artur Stanilevskis must be already close to the finish line, while Luka Roberts has taken the lead in ABC race, overtaking Artur Lodge before turn 2. Can Roberts hold on? And Lodge is under attack from Robert Sosolis as well, so a long-time leader can lose his second place as well. Meanwhile, Artur Stanilevskis has taken the checkered flag, and Marek Matveyevs is going over the line as well. So they are first and second, and now Agafonovs arrives here as well, going through the chicane, and he's third. Now Rudi Reinomägi should be fourth, but it's yeah, it is him. But here is battle for the victory in ABC race, and it's not over. Lodge has he's all over Roberts as they arrive to the chicane for the final time, but he couldn't do anything. So top 3 covered by just maybe 1 second in the order Roberts, Lodge, also Lynch. 1.2 seconds was the margin between first and third in ABC race. So that was it. V1600 top 3 Artur Stanilevskis, Marek Matveyevs, Nauris Agafonovs, and ABC race top 3 Luka Roberts, Artur Lodge, and Robert Sozolins. Meanwhile, some cars are still out on the track. Arvids Rubens and Anja Navitin are going over the line as well. Now everybody has got the checkered flag, and that's first race finished. And now getting back to the start-finish area, drivers have to put their cars into Parc Fermé. Matveyevs and Agafonovs are arriving here. While on the left side of the track, you can see safety car out on the track. Prepare for the next start. And over to Carlis.
And we are done with our first race of the day. STATETA Pro Kaunas Grand Prix 2026 right here in Nemuno Žiedas, and we can see the fastest drivers arriving. Number 1, that is Artur Stanilevskis. He was really fast here. Surprisingly fast, I would say, because Marek Matveyevs was unbeatable throughout the previous races, and we can see Marek's there on the weights as well. Of course, drivers have to pass all the checks, and then we'll have a talk with the fastest drivers. Let's see how they done. We can see Marek Matveyevs here, and then Nauris Agafonovs third place as well, going through the weights. Some cars are left there, but most of the cars will go through the weights. Let's have a chat with Artur Stanilevskis. Artur, congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I really didn't expect that I'm gonna get like such a speed. Yeah.
Could it be the wet track that's helping you?
Maybe, yeah, because I raced like go-karts like 9 years, so I think that gave me a lot of experience with the slicks in the wet conditions.
Do you feel more comfortable on the wet?
I think, yeah, more comfortable in the wet, yeah.
Marek was sliding throughout the whole track, so you did really good. How are you looking for the next race?
I hope for the rain again, and yeah, hope to get the gap, save gap, and finish.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, we can see that some racers enjoy the wet track, and we saw that Mareks Matvejas was struggling throughout some turns. Probably we'll have a chat with him as well. Nauris is here. Nauri, congrats on the third place.
Yeah, I would say congrats on the third place. That's all I can say. With this short wheelbase, with these minuses and bankings, it's scary as shit.
Oh, it's tricky, and I remember actually this brings back memories when I was racing with Honda. Every wet race was really nice for me.
Yeah.
For the Yaris, it's super easy to spin around, right?
Yeah, it's super easy to spin around. Luckily, I did a couple of races in the winter. You know, when I lost the car multiple times, I wasn't scared. Pedal to the metal, and you just go for it. But you know, these Hondas, it's like a tram on tracks.
So Arthurs was hoping for a wet race, you are hoping for a dry race.
Yeah, always hoping for a dry race, but the rain gods seem to be thinking their way.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
This was Nauris Agafonos, third place, and let's see Mareks Matvejas. Mareks, congrats
Ko?
with the second place. Apsveic ar otro vietu.
Paldies.
Negāja viegli, es skatījos, viņš slīdēja.
Nebija. Tas nav tāds slapjais setups. Baigi, tad purnsta pakaļ, tur būtu savādāk priekš slapja. Bet Daņilevskis malacīts, Honda malacīts, viss baigi labi.
Nu, es jau iepriekš minēju, ar Hondu vieglāk viņš viņu iztur.
Jā, viņš ļoti tā, salīdzinoši droši varēja stumt.
Pirms cik gadiem tu biji šeit pirmo reizi, jo tu esi diezgan labu laiciņu te pabraucis?
Pirmo reizi es te biju, man liekas, 12. gadā.
Rēķiniet paši skatītāji, yeah, so, veiksmi. Yeah, so Mareks was just saying that on the wet track, it's really tricky with this car in these conditions, but yeah, so I was asking when was he first here in Lithuania, because he was racing in the fast lap competition and other races, so it's in 2012 year, so it's around 14 years ago Marek started here, so he has a good advantage against other drivers, but yeah, this was ABC Race and V1600. We are going to the grid to tune in with the BTC 1 and 2 and 3 classes. Thomas, back to you. We'll tune in back.
So thanks, and while recovery works are going on the track, we are preparing for the next race. Talking about this race, which just finished, Matvejas was fair and square beaten by Artur Stanilevskis, but the overall situation for him got even better because Stanilevskis had just 1 point before this race, while Matvejas had full 100. And as Matvejas left Agafonov's behind him, it means that his gap in his lead in the championship increased, despite being only second at the finish. Now everything seems to be ready. No cars in the gravel, no cars on the grass. Maybe some gravel on the track, or maybe some dirt on the track in turn 4. But looking to the picture through the TV cameras, yes, there's some brushing to get the gravel off the way. Anyway, we are going to the next race, which is for BTC Baltic Touring Car classes 1, 2, and 3. Actually, you have no BTC 1 cars over there, and track needs some maintenance. Here in turn 7, you can also see that there is a lot of gravel on the tarmac as many cars went off there, and BTC cars are already out on their sighting lap for a preliminary grid. BTC 1 cars basically are with engines up to 1.6 liters, BTC 2 is up to 2 liters, and BTC 3 is up to 3 liters, simple as that. But as I mentioned, no BTC 1 cars out on the track today. But we had a qualification yesterday, and results from that qualification tells us that number 79, Sven Garuse, will start from the front row together with number 44, Agnius Narbutas. And actually, Garuse is currently the points leader in BTC 3, and Narbutas is points leader in BTC 2. And despite the smaller engine car should be a little bit slower, actually Narbutas has been usually in front on the previous occasions during the previous 2 rounds, but that's usually been down to the fact that Garuse has had very poor qualification starting from back. But let's see what the situation will be in the wet. Yesterday, anyway, Garuse was some 7/10 faster than Narbutas to the fastest lap. The second row belongs to number 95 Orestas Burgaila and number 7 Vilius Stanolis. Third row number 74 Tadas Petukauskas and number 10 Andrius Geblis. Fourth row number 76 Marta Starka and number 8 Maido Mõttus. And finally row 5 number 29 Richards Alex Švaglis, who is actually running a Lada in group H, which is means H like historic. And the final spot on the grid belongs to Atis Veismanis, number 33, who didn't take part in the qualification and thus without time being put at the back of the grid. So 10 cars, different classes. We can basically say that BTC 3 is a BMW class and BTC 2 is a Honda class. Not all cars are from that classes, but they are dominating those classes. Atis Veismanis, for example, has Honda, but the 2-liter engine, original engine from that car was changed to a larger one, and thus he's now starting in the BTC 3. Majority of the cars are already on the track. Number 44, Agnius Narbutas on the left side of the picture. And Vilius Stanolis, I think his car has suffered no front bumper, no front spoiler. I think it was him who was standing at the bottom of the hill at turn 7, but no poleman, Sven Garuse. Yet he had a technical problem last time out in Riga, which forced him to, yes, we saw that the bumper, front bumper from Stanolis' car was taken away from the track, and the marshals just threw it over the barrier. The car is not 100% fit then. We have had already some victims even before the start. No pullman in the sight. It's really again another technical problem for the
And we continue
leader.
with the second race, and actually we already have to run off the track, but this is BTC 1, 2 and 3 classes. We have Sven Garuse on the first row, but he's not here yet, so surely there might be some issue with him. And then we have Agnius Narbutas, Orestas Burgaila, then Vikus Standonis, and then Tadas Petukauskas, Andrius Geblis, Marta Starka, Maido Mõttus, Richards Alex Švaglis, and Atis Veismanis. So these are the cars on the grid. Let's see, maybe actually we have a minute to have a talk with someone. You can see some racers walking around here. Let's talk with Agnius Narbutas. Maybe as a comment to say, Agnius,
Yep.
good luck with your race.
Okay, thank you very much.
How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling kind of excited. You know, the weather is changing almost every minute. So I hope it stays the same as it is right now. And you know, I will just drive and have fun and enjoying this race.
So the most popular question today I have, is it better on the wet or on the dry track for you?
For me, actually, it's better on the dry. Because you know, you can push to the max, you can have a really good fight, so dry is better to me. But you know, there is wet, so I will just drive in the wet.
Good luck to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so this was Agnius Narbutas, then we have Orestas Burgala there, so we don't have too much of time. We can walk through the grid, but basically we have to leave the track already, so this will be BDC 1, 2 and 3 classes plus Group H, so we are ready for some more action. The sun is shining, so that's good, so these really conditions are changing throughout the whole day. And yeah, there we have a Group H car as well. We can see Marta Starka on the grid as well with Richard Šubeckis next to him. So that's a pretty popular tandem there. So guys, we are ready for the second race. We'll be right back, so stay tuned, pay attention to the track, and we'll see you at the Park Fermé.
Thank you, Carlis, and mechanics are already leaving the grid. It means that everything should be ready to give the start for race 2 BTC classes and Group H. We have already lost one car. Pullman Sven Karuse is not there, but Agnius Narbutas, starting from P2, should have quite an easy race, but let's see, because it's wet, or is it damp? It's dry, certainly dry. You can see that not rain is falling anymore, and sun tends to, or wants to shine through the clouds. Not fully dry, of course, and it's of course the same for everybody, but Agnius Narbutas' old card is that he would prefer the dry track. So missing at the start. Try on this car, number 33, Atis Meisman is the veteran, Latvian veteran. Was on their way already in 1990s Volkswagen Golf Cup, and he's starting from the last position on the grid, but for sure will go through the field. But we know very little about the performance of the drivers on the wet. We more or less know what they are able to do on the dry track, but this wet tarmac is a completely different story, especially on this track. We already saw how Minus Danolis, who is starting from P4, went off in this part of the track to the sighting lap on his way to the grid and lost some bumper on this Mazda MX-5. It certainly will affect his speed, but how much, we don't know, and maybe in the rain the difference is not that huge. So warm-up lap is over, formation lap is starting, and there will be a rolling start for BTC cars, and the race will last 20 minutes. Sorry, 15 minutes. So rolling start and 15 minutes. Two very similar white Honda Civics. Tadas Petukauskas in front of Andrius Keblis. Maybe confuse us during the race, but let's see. grid starts to form already behind the safety car as they're going through turn 6. Narbutas has inherited the pole position because Sven Karlsson, who was fastest in qualification, is not here, so Narbutas should be the only car in the front row. Here they go through turn 9, and uphill, then downhill, and then the start finish area, and they got green light, green flag actually, or even not a flag, but when the red lights will be out, the start will be given. You could see red lights in the background. Here they go over the grid, and the start has given. So Narbutas takes the lead immediately in front of Burgaila. That's the order they had on the grid as well. Of course, their cars are very different, both Hondas, but Narbutas has a rear-wheel drive Honda S2000, while Burgaila has Honda Civic with the front-wheel drive, of course, as all Civics should be. And Stan Wallis has lost one position, but I'm not able to say is it Kauskas or Keblis who has overtaken him. We'll see, but for the lead, Narbutas is under attack from Burgaila. Of course, front wheel drive has an advantage in these conditions that those tires, especially front tires, will be up to the temperature almost immediately. But Narbutas with his rear-wheel drive Honda S2000 will probably have some, I would say, not problems during the first laps, but he must be a little bit patient and just wait until the tires will be in their working window fully. First lap is almost over, very cautiously through the chicane, and Narbutas in front of Burgaila. The gap is just 6/10 between them. Then Keblis is third. Stanol is fourth and Starka fifth. That's the situation after lap 1. Now lap 2, through turn 2, Narbutas looks like he's trying to already pull away from Burgaila, but this is Marta Starka attacking Stanolis for P4. I suspect that's Stanolis' car without that front bumper and the front spoiler and maybe front splitter as well. Its aerodynamics is certainly not working as intended. Maybe the rain, it's not affecting his speed so much, but there is certainly some effect on his car. Here they go, Stanolis and Starka fighting for P4. Kauskas and Weismann has caught him already. Meanwhile, the leaders are closing to the timing line, and we saw that Burgaila was all over Narbutas once again. Keblis walked away a little bit. This battle in the picture looks like is getting even better because Petkauskas and Weismann is also catching Stanolis and Starka. Laps were rather similar, although Weisman was the fastest from that quartet. Now third place man Andrius Geblis. No one in front, no one directly behind. And Stanoli somehow still keeps his P4. Starka has not been able to put enough pressure on him. Rain falling again, as you can see from this picture, and Starka taking very different line through turn 7, and uphill over the crest turn 8. But most importantly, leaders, two leaders, Narbutas and Purgaila, are still together, separated by just 0.6, one lap ago. And I would say the gap is more or less the same. It has grown a little bit, it's almost exactly 1 second. Kauskas Weisman is for places 4th up to 7th. And through turn 2, the leaders, you can see there are some drying patches, not dry, not completely dry, but drying patches, although the rain is still falling despite sun shining. Very, very variable weather today, and here is Starka going for, she went for the inside of turn 4, but couldn't quite complete the maneuver, and it means that Stanolis and Starka has now got a company in the form of Kauskas. Whoa, what rain has intensified a lot. So when they started on the drying track, now it's getting much wetter again. And it may change the picture on the track as well. Narbutas is still leading, but he again found some 0.3 over Purgaila. This battle for P4 is now the most interesting, because Vilius Tolis is still staying in 4th, but not only Marta Starka, but Tadas Petkauskas has joined him as well. Downhill from turn 2, and there can be some nasty surprises, as the track has now much wetter than it was just 1 lap ago, but everything is under control. The rain is really heavy now already, and Starka has almost let Stanolis go. Not quite. In different track sections they have different speeds. Looks like in the final part of the track, Starka is usually faster than Stanolis in front of her. Still remaining. 5 laps are now completed. Weisman has fallen a little bit back from that trio. A few laps ago he was certainly faster than they, but now as the rain is getting heavier and heavier, Weisman has probably decided to play it safe, but yes, it is. Yes, it is true. Stanolis is catching Geblis at quite a high rate. Stanolis was some 2 seconds faster than Keblis, so now it's real downpour. And the wetter the track, the faster the fastest on all is compared to Keblis. So Keblis may lose his P3 very soon. Kauskas meanwhile taking very wide line to turn 7, and Starka had a huge moment there. Let's see, Keblis had some 3.7 second gap to Stanolis, 1 lap ago. Now is track completely wet, not completely wet, but track is underwater, I would say. And yes, you can see clearly that Stanolis is catching Keblis. That time difference was exactly 2 seconds. These are the leaders. Narbutas in front of Burgaila, and Burgaila is again together with leader, just less than seconds separating them. And Kauskas has not found a way around Starka for P5. Meanwhile, Stanolis is still catching Keblis with 5 minutes remaining. He will have time to complete that maneuver to catch his compatriot and to make an overtake maneuver stick as well. But leaders are now going to lap Richard Schwagli, is the sole Group H driver here. Lap 7 is underway now, and Stanolis getting closer and closer to Keblis. Meanwhile, BaTCC has probably taken a more safe approach and not attacking Starka. Here they go. This time around, Burgaila again lost 3 tenths to Narbutas, and the gap is again 1.2 seconds, but definitely it's not over. Meanwhile, Stanolis versus Keblis, that situation has more or less stabilized. Stanolis was a little bit faster than his opponent just by 3 tenths. With 3.5 minutes remaining, I would imagine that it's really long time if you are at the wheel of one of those cars out on the track. Look at the amount of the water which cars are throwing up. It means track is now full wet, or even more, maybe there is some standing water on the tarmac. And somehow Keblis has stayed in third. Stanolis made some very big progress over the few previous laps, but I would say his progress has more or less stopped now. He's not getting closer to third placed man in front of him. And Baseman is here, is certainly taking it safe, not pushing anymore. Now 8 laps are completed by top 6, and with just 2 minutes remaining, it probably means we will have 2 more laps. Leaders now, 2 leaders now separated by 1.4 seconds. Narbutas still faster than Burgaila, but only just that. It would take just one small mistake. And here is Starka has lost P5 to BaTCC. Actually, it happened already before they crossed the timing line. So BaTCC finally got what he wanted. Although on the other hand, they are from different classes. Petkauskas BTC2, Starka BTC3, so actually it doesn't matter about points. And our leaders are now going to start their final lap because just 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. And Burgaila was this time a little bit faster, 3/10 over Narbutas. Gap a little bit more than 1 second. So the final lap will decide. And Keblis is still in third, but he has now company. Not very close company, but both Stanuolis and Petkauskas especially, who has been very fast over the few last laps, can catch the third placed man. But let's see, there is one full lap to go. This is turn 2, and here comes the leaders. Narbutas still in front of Burgaila, nothing has changed here. Now going uphill for the final time. The 15 minutes race time is already over. Narbutas in front. Burgaila has put a huge pressure on his compatriot, but has not been able to attack him. Now, if Narbutas can manage it safely through the final chicane, he will be the winner. And yes, checkered flag is out. Agnios Narbutas has won this BTC race 1 in front of Orestas Burgaila. Gap was 1.272 seconds. And who is going to take the flag in P3? And it's still Keblis in front of Stanuolis and Petkauskas, who is Marta Starka in 6th. Gaps were getting closer and closer, but the positions stayed as they were. Then Atis Venis takes P7 overall. Mr. Svaglis is 9th. He was lapped by almost everybody except Maido Mutus, who is still out on the track somewhere. Here he comes. And will take P8 overall. Winner in BTC2 was the overall winner Agnios Narbutas, and the fastest in BTC3 was Viljus Stanuolis. Across the finish line in P4 overall. And the fastest lap belonged to Agnios Narbutas as well, and he was the only ever managed to cover the lap under 1 minute 30. His fastest was 1:29.983. But track conditions changed a lot when the cars went to the sighting lap or warm-up lap. Sun was shining and there was no rain falling. Dry patches were on the track, but then it started to rain. Rain intensified, and we had a proper downpour towards the end of the race. So now track is properly wet. Maybe there are some standing water, but it's not, at least it's not that bad. It definitely doesn't stop.
And we are done with the
No.
second race, and actually the rain has stopped already. I'll tell you what we found out. We started with the race with sun shining, so I took my raincoat off, we all took our raincoats off, and then it started raining. So we'll keep these on for a dry race, so we'll see how it goes. But anyways, we just had another race, so this is Agnios Narbutas in front. We had a word with him before as well. And then we have Orestas Burgaila in the second place and Andrius Keblis in the third. Let's take a look with the fans and with the driver Agnius Narbutas. Agnius, congrats! Everything worked out as you wanted, right?
Yes, of course, but the conditions of the driving is extremely hard. In the end of the track there is a lot of rain, and now at the start there is nothing, you know, and you just going and you don't know what to expect. So I am really happy that with this car I was in first place.
There was a lot of rain coming in the mid-race. How did you feel at that moment?
I feel, you know, kind of confused because there was no rain, there was a lot of rain, and the car drove extremely different. So I just learned the conditions and driving to the fast as I can.
Good luck in your second race.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so this is Agnius Narbutas, and we can see Orestas Burgaila as well here with us. Orestas, congratulations with the second place.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you feeling? How was the conditions? How was the race?
Well, the conditions were very difficult. Unfortunately, we set the wrong tire pressures, so it was very slippery the whole race.
What are you looking forward for the second race? Do you want a dry race or a wet race?
Of course, a wet race, it's more interesting.
Ah, okay. This is what I like. These are the kart racers, I think, right? So, good luck on your second race.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And then we have Tandas Petukauskas actually here, and with the number 10, Andrius Keblis. Let's have a word with him. Andrius, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Wonderful. After 2 years break, I had goals just finished and take good time. But this company always make nice conditions and nice training. I'm so sorry for guys that I stay more distance from him.
Yeah.
But my goal was finish them and have fun, and the place 3 for me is more than I expected.
Yeah, we just brought number 3 for your car.
Thank you very much.
So good luck on your second race.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We love to see smiley faces here in the racetrack, and yeah, this is STATETA Pro Kaunas Grand Prix 2026, third stage of Baltic Touring Cars Championship, and right now we'll go to the starting grid and move on with the BMW 325 Cup. So Thomas, back to you.
And yes, here we go. BMW's, actually BMW 325s to be precise, are already taking their grid spots, and Pullman Matis Malinovskis just arrived to his spot P1. Malinovskis was clearly fastest yesterday during the qualification, setting the best time of 1:19.687. And it means he beat second placed Karol Vika, number 48, by almost 8/10 of a second. So Malinovskis is clearly the fastest man on the track, and actually he is the championship leader also, so it's something quite natural that he's the fastest in the qualification. Looking at the points table, Malinovskis has 180 points after 2 rounds, 4 races. He has won 3 races and retired from 1, so basically has maximum points from the races he completed. Number 86, Laimonas Starkevičius, is second in the standings with 160 points, and he's starting from row 2, just behind Malinovskis. Then third place man in the championship, Dmitry Skornevs, starts from P9, so quite far back. We have 12 cars here. Karol Vika, starting from P2, is fourth in the championship, 144 points. And for those who saw previous round of
and we are on the grid already. BMW 325 Cup first race. We have our grid girls as well here on the grid, looking nicely there. There on the grid we have Matis Malinovskis in the first place, absolutely flying throughout the whole season. Let's see, maybe he has a word. Matis, Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Ready for the race?
Yeah, let's see how it goes in wet conditions.
How is your championship looking?
Pretty good. I'm the first one right for this moment, but we'll see after this.
As you're always saying, ready to fly, right?
Yeah, fly or not, I'll fly.
Good luck, man. Yeah, so this is Matis Manovskis. Let's have a quick word with Karol Vika as well. Second place on the grid. Having a chat with the team as well. Let's see, maybe there's some issue or not. 5 minutes. We still have 5 minutes. We're good with this one. We still have plenty of time to talk. We'll try to have a chat with other drivers as well. Well, for those who understand Polish, you can pick up some. Let's not disturb them. Let's leave them at where they are, so they can concentrate. Let's go more through the back. I actually have a driver that I would like to have aboard. That is Kobi Shkuri from Poland. I remember him in Riga. He was really unsuccessful there. We have Janis Horeliks there as well. And then number 35, we have Donatas Jucius right here next to Horeliks. Then we continue with Ionaitis and Dimitris Gornios with the racing team. And we have few more minutes. Let's run to Kobi Shkuri. He's waving already. I love how happy he's. Kobi, nice to see you again.
A bit of a different location this time.
Yeah, man, Bikernik, it was so unsuccessful for you, right, with the crash?
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I mean, the pace was there, but then the crash. So
you're ready for this one?
That's life. Yeah, as ready as I can be. The car is here, so it's already a win. Yeah.
How do you like this track?
It's interesting. It's different. We have 1 minute. So
yeah. Good luck, man. Good luck. Here's your doors. Well, good luck to all of the races. We'll be going back to the trackside, so guys, tune in. BMW 325 Cup, always, it never disappoints, so enjoy the race and see you soon.
And yes, the accident which happened to Kobi Shkuri in race 2 in Riga a month ago, it was really unfortunate. Shkuri was fighting for P2 with 2 other drivers in the second race, but then spun on the final turn, the penultimate lap, and it seemed that he almost regained the control over the car, but then lost it once again and hit the wall, and that was it. Instead of maybe second, maybe third, maybe fourth place, he was lapped down and somewhere deep in the field. But it was then. Now it's completely different track, different conditions and different race. Matis Malinowskis and Karol Vika starting from the front row. I've seen that usually Malinowskis has been, if he was winning, he had a good start and started to pull away from his rivals immediately. And I have the suspicion that it will be the same story today, but let's see. Rain has more or less stopped, but you can see there is still a lot of standing water. Yeah, there is standing water, definitely. There are some puddles on the track. Maybe not that deep or maybe not that bad, but still they are there. And these cars will also have a standing start. And their race will last 15 minutes. Talking about the cars, these BMW 325 Cup cars are from generation E90 or 91 or 92. It means that all 3 body styles, saloon, wagon and coupe, were allowed. And actually our pit reporter Carlis was the first one who raced the wagon. And they have 2.5 liter inline 6 engines. The stock power is 160 kilowatts, so in about 218 horsepower. Minimum weight is 1400 kilos, and the important thing is that those cars also in BMW classes, they also have success ballast. And of course, as Malinovsky is the championship leader, he has the highest success ballast, namely 40 kilos, but Janis Horeliks and Dmitris Kornevs have the same. Then Starkavicius and Vika have 30 kilos, and Donatas Jutius has 10 kilos. But in these conditions we have today, track being very wet, maybe that extra kilos are not affecting speed so much. Now the formation lap is underway, but of course those cars will stop on the grid and take the standing start then. We have just 12 cars on the grid this time. Not that much, but all the main protagonists are there. Janis Horeliks actually was, who is starting from 7th, was actually a championship leader after round 1 due to the Malinovskis having one non-score. But then Horlicks had 2 decent finishes in round 2 as well, but he was later disqualified because of illegal engine control unit, so he lost all his points and dropped down in the standings as well. But that was it. Now everything is ready for, actually I think we have should have all 12 cars there. It was Zandis Vidrinch who just was maneuvering, taking his proper position. Now everything is ready for the start of BMW 325 Cup Race 1. And here they go, and Malinovsky's got a really good start. Meanwhile, Vika is about to lose his second place to Starkavicius, and Skuri from the back has made a good start as well. Probably overtook 2 cars already. Here they go towards turn 2 for the first time. And yes, Malinovsky is in the front, and Starkavicius is in second. Oh, it's Janis Horeliks who is spinning in the gravel together with, who was this? I think it was Sandis Vidrinch. There is, there are cars sideways here and there. Meanwhile, as you can see, as predicted actually, Malinovsky is already running away from the field. It looks like Vidrinch managed to get back onto the track, but it is now between Darius Kaidulionis and Laimonas Starkavicius. Kaidulionis has taken second, and there is another contact. The track is really, really slippery, and of course the tires are not up to the working temperature yet, so the cars are sideways everywhere, except Matis Malinovskis, who is running away in the front like on the rails. Darius Kaidulionis has taken second. Laimonas Starkavicius was in second for a few seconds, but now he's down in third. Then Donatas Jutius fourth. Karol Vika has dropped to fifth from second. Then Emilis Daugavis in P7. Dmitris Kornevs has gained 2 positions. He's now currently in seventh. And Saulis Jonaitis and Kobi Skuri and Janis Horeliks, it seems, remained in the gravel here on the outside of turn 2. Rain is, yes, Horeliks' car is standing there deep in the gravel, number 19, so the Latvian veteran will score another 0, unfortunately, from this race. So Malinowski is far in front, then Gaidulonis and Starkevicius here battling for P2, and Utius has joined them. Then a little bit further down, Vika and Daugavins fighting for P5. And again, lot of water on the track, but sun is shining. Wind is blowing, so the track should start to dry up. Two laps completed, and Malinowski's has the lead of 4.5 seconds already over second place Gaidulonis. Here comes the leader. Here's this battle for the second. Gaidulonis in front of Starkevicius. And Utius is trying to go to the inside into turn 3. Thought better of it, but Starkevicius is certainly under huge pressure. And the same can be said about Vika. Daugavins is attacking him already. Vika stays in front. Up to the hill through turn 7 towards the blind crest. And turn 8 over here. While Starkevicius and Utius are fighting for P3, Gaidulonis has found some speed and is pulling away from them. Starkevicius is certainly losing some pace as he had to defend, but now he has managed to put some air between himself and Utius. And Utius is under attack from Vika already, so the situation is changing almost to its every turn. But nothing has changed to Matis Malinowski's except the gap to the second placed car, which is now more than 7 seconds. But the cars down from P2 down to P6 are still all very close. That's the 5 cars. Gaidulonis, Starkevicius, Utius, Vika and Daugavins. Separated by just 3.5 seconds, so 4 cars in 3.5 seconds. Ooh, Daugavins got past Vika, but had a huge slide through turn 7. Still he stays in front of Vika. You can see cars are taking the very wide line there on the outside edge of the track, just trying to find a grip wherever it's available. And Daugavins now has already caught Utius. So Vika was kind of cork in the bottle for him. And Daugavins certainly has the speed. And with 8.5 minutes remaining, he has plenty of time to improve his positions even further, up from 5th. Malinowski probably can't see anybody, even on the straight between turns 1 and 2. Vika has dropped away from this company. But Daugavins in that bright orange striped car is probably the most racy out of here, out of this quartet. And he's now all over Jutsus already. But again, the question is, where can you overtake your opponent? Jutsus, meanwhile, is looking at Starkavicius as well. Ooh, Daugavic again, very much sideways. Through turn 7. Did he push his opponent? We don't know, but they are now side by side going uphill, and Daugavic is taking P4 away from Jutsus. So even if they had contact, I would say it was not deliberate. It was just happening in those conditions. Everything can happen in those conditions, but now Daugavic in 4th and going to catch Starkavicius. I'm sure he has the pace to do it. Let's see what the gap will be between Starkavicius and Daugavic. It is 1.5 seconds more or less. So Malinowski's meanwhile set the fastest lap in this race, 1:32.045. And he's about some 2 or more seconds faster than all the others. And Daugavic is the fastest of the rest. But now his task becomes a little bit more difficult because those two Gaidulonis and Starkavicius in front of him are rather fast as well. Daugavic is still catching them. And that was Vika who was catching Jutsus also in the background. Here they go, Jutsus here, and Vika is just a few car lengths behind him. So Vika has regained his composure. He was losing time over a few previous laps, but now he's back at speed, more or less. But let's see what Daugavic can do. His lap time was much faster than Starkavicius one lap ago, but this time Malinowski improves his best lap to 1:31.8, but Daugavic fought back some 6/10 from Starkavicius. So they are really close now. Here they go, and this is Starkavicius who was losing his... No, it was Gaidulonis who was losing his second place to Starkavicius, though. And Daugavic is about to take 3rd in the very short future. Now closing to the most remote part of the track, and Vika has caught Jutsus, definitely. But what this trio is doing, let's see them. Gaidulonis is taking the inside line, but oh, Daugavic was, as usual, I can say, he was all again sideways, and Daugavic now goes to the inside over the crest, but it's probably not the best way to, yeah, it wasn't. So still Gaidulonis, Starkavicius, Daugavic for P2. There was jump, and I think those battling in front, Jutsus and Vika, are catching them as well. So all 5 cars are together once again. With just 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. And Malinowski has improved his best lap once again, 1:31.3. So the next second is already looming. Track conditions are certainly getting better. You can see how different lines have, and Starkavicius went for the outside line and passed Gaidulonis once again for the second. But can he keep it? Last time he was not able to do it. Gaidulonis has some problems too through turns 3 and 4, but stays in third. But now both Daugavins and Jucius are just a few car lengths behind him, while Vika has dropped away again. Gaidulonis tries to take inside line to turn 8. Bailed out from that maneuver. Daugavins has got a run on him towards the chicane, but it's not usually the place where you can overtake, but Daugavins didn't know it and overtook Gaidulonis for third. Now with just 2 more laps to do, Emil Daugavins has taken P3, and the question is, can he get Laimonas Starkiavicius also? There is still some time. 2 more laps. Starkiavicius has got a little gap to him due to that fight Daugavins went through. And looks like Gaidulonis is going to lose another, not, but he's under huge pressure from Jucius. So Gaidulonis has lost not only P2 but P3 also, and now he being in fourth, he's under attack once again, but looks like Daugavins can't do anything about Starkiavicius in front of him. Vika in turn is catching that group from behind, but I've seen several times Vika dropping away, then getting closer again. Now Daugavins here in third and Starkiavicius in front of him in second. Let's compare their lap times. Meanwhile, here is the leader, Matis Malinovskis, already on his final lap in this race. 1:31.0 was the time he completed the previous lap, which is of course the fastest in this race. So I can definitely say that the conditions are improving. No rain is falling, and it may well happen that Malinovskis will set another fastest lap during his final lap of this race. But it's quite clear what is happening with him. He's going to take the victory, but what is happening here is that Emil Daugavins has not been able to close in to Laimonas Starkiavicius. Actually, during the previous lap, Starkiavicius was significantly faster, so probably second and third has settled down also, if they don't make any huge mistakes, but it's not so clear about the next following positions. But yes, Starkiavicius now going over the crest for the final time. Meanwhile, Malinovskis is at the finish and he didn't set the new best lap time, but it doesn't matter because he was a winner anyway. And Laimonas Starkiavicius will take P2, going through the chicane just in front of Emil Daugavins. The gap was a little bit more than 1 second, and following positions didn't change as well. Darius Gaidulonis in fourth, Donatas Jucius in fifth, and Karol Vika in sixth. Then there is a large gap, and the next one to arrive to the finish should be Dimitris Gornievs, and yes, he is, but Saulis Jonaitis is all over him. Still, Gorniev stays in front of Jonaitis. Then Santis Svidrins, who visited the gravel trap on the opening lap, but still managed to finish in front of Kobi Skuri, and Artur Jansons will be the final car to cross the finish line. And that's it. And unfortunately, Yanis Horeliks was the victim of the crash on the opening lap and then stayed in the gravel trap here. And yes, it was number 44, Sandy Swedish, who got a huge slide, then slid into Orelix, and Orelix went off and stayed in the gravel, unfortunately. So nothing deliberate, it was just a racing incident. Lap one. That's the driving style of Emil Staugovic, really spectacular. Always sideways through turn 7, but it was not only very spectacular, but also very effective, as Staugovic climbed to third while he started down in, I will tell you, down in fourth. So yeah, he lost several positions at the start, but fought back and even was in pluses towards the end. Now over to Karlis.
And we are through the first race of BMW 325 Cup, and without major surprises in the first place, we have the flying Latvian, if I could say so, Matis Maļinovskis. He was just unstoppable. A lot of time between him and the second place. Then in the second place we have Laimonas Starkevičius, and in the third place Emils Dalgoņš. What an eventful race. We saw some crashes there, a bit of rubbing, you know, rubbing is racing, but anyways, Matis Maļinovskis doing great. Matis, I don't even know what to ask you anymore. It's every single time the same thing. Finishing first, how is it today?
It was really good. You know why? Because I always say I just need to put my flight mode and I always fly. That's the reason why. But yeah, I just made a connection with the car, felt every corner, every slip. So yeah. I think that's why I was so fast. Hopefully the same in the final.
So you're enjoying wet race as well, right?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Good luck in the second race.
Yeah, thank you.
Always, Matis always happy. Then we have Laimonas Starkevičius doing nicely. We saw him getting some positions here. Let's have a word with him. Congratulations on the second place.
Thanks.
How was it?
It was wet.
Wet?
It was wet.
It's your home race, right?
Yeah, kinda. I'm not from Kaunas, of course. Yeah,
is it better on wet or on dry?
For me?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter actually, more or less same. I enjoy driving on wet as well.
You just came to do your job, second place, all good?
Yeah.
Ready for the second race?
For sure. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And in the third place we have Emils Dalgoņš. What a great result by Emils Dalgoņš. Emil, apsveic. Kā jūtas? Still concentrated, I think, from his race. But anyways, we can have a word with his father, Girts. Girt, kā iet?
Čau! Nu, kā lai saka, esmu lepns par dēlu, bet nu, arī pašam gribētos pabraukt.
Es tevi saprotu.
Divi nevar braukt vienā mašīnā.
Nu, veiksmi otrajās sacensībās.
Nu, paldies, jā.
Uz ko tēmējam?
Es vakarā pats pabraukšu arī. Tēmējam, kā parasti, uz pirmo vietu.
Tiekamies vakarā?
Tiekamies. Ar jaunekam paprasīt, kā viņam patīk, bet es domāju, ka
viņš izvairās, man liekas. Emil, apsveic.
Paldies.
Labs rezultāts. Ko darīji?
Pušoju.
Pušoju? Palīdzējis labs laiks?
Jā, ļoti.
Patīk, jā?
Tā kā arī gribēju.
Jā. Super, gatavs otrai konkrēti? Super, veiksmi. Yeah, so this was Emils Dalgoņš. As he said, he enjoyed the wet conditions as well as a lot of the drivers. As I said before, a lot of drivers are enjoying the wet conditions. We just had a chat with his father as well, and his father said, well, I enjoy my son winning, but still this means that I want to race as well. Let's see, there's Karol Vika on the weights as well. We can see the next class going to the track as well. This is Karol Vika. What an unsuccessful race for him. I would like to have a chat. I believe he had some technical issue, but we'll find out in a few seconds. And then we have the Baltic GT after this one, but let's have a chat with Karol as well. Karol. Hey, Karol. How was the race?
It was fun for sure. Probably a lot of mistakes, so know what to work about the second race. So yeah, was fun. But there was no result that I would like to get.
Kaunas, this track is scary in the wet, right? With the ups and downs there.
You know, it's scary. I mean, technical. I mean, you have to use nice technique.
Yeah.
As long as there is a new tarmac right now, and
Is the track different from last year?
from my perspective, totally different.
It
So,
should be. There's a lot of new tarmac, right?
Yeah. So probably what you need is to train, train, and train. So yeah.
Best
but
of
I'm
luck.
happy.
Best
but
of
I'm
luck
happy.
in the second
Thank you.
race.
Thank you so much.
All right, and then I think we can go back to grid because it's Baltic GT already going to the grid. So Thomas, back to you, and we'll see you on the grid.
Yes, Baltic GT cars are the next race. We should have 11 cars there, but how many of them will definitely arrive on the grid, I'm not sure. At least you can see that Janis Horolek's BMW number 19, which was stationary in the gravel, is now back in the Parc Fermé. He, of course, retired from race one, will not get any points here. Meanwhile, cars are already arriving on the grid. And it should be Artur Batrax number 69 Lamborghini Huracan in pole position. No sign of him yet. And no sign of second place car of Paulius Urbanavicius. Actually, Urbanavicius is there already. And yes, we can see the black and bright green Lambo in the background as well. So that's Artur Batrax who is going to take the pole position. Actually, we had two Lamborghinis yesterday in free practice sessions, but unfortunately the second Lamborghini of Egidius Kelunas, number 15, got involved in an incident and ended up upside down in the lower part of the track, and thus he was forced to change the car, and thus he's starting in the BMW M3 E36 generation, and was put to the back of the grid as he was not allowed to take part in the qualifications. So Kelunas is starting from P10 in the background, but Martis Lukstinš, number 49, who should also start from the back from P11, I think he is not there. Anyway, Batrax and Paulius Urbanavicius from front row, and Batrax was 0.7 seconds faster. His best lap time 1 minute 8 seconds,
and we are on the grid already with the Baltic GT classes. I think these are the fastest ones. We have Lambos, we have Porsches, we have a lot of different cars. So here on the first pole position is Artur Batrax, Flash Racing by Smart Cooling. Now let's see how he feels today. Artur, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I hope it will be okay. Nice weather.
You told me the same to leave my coat on, right? So it doesn't
Yeah,
rain.
I said I give you the second coat.
And the umbrella, right?
An umbrella, yes.
Ready for the race?
Of course, always ready.
Good. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking before. If I take my coat off, it's gonna rain. So right now it works actually. It is pretty sunny. Let's see Paulius Urbanavicius as well on the grid, second position. Paulius, ciao. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Ready for the race?
Sure.
Wet conditions not scaring you?
I'm happy to drive on the wet. Always been, always will.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, that was Paulius Urbanavicius. Then we have Remeka there on the third position. Let's go through the grid. Let's take a look what else we have. Then we have Rokas Kvedares here in the Volkswagen. Then we're moving on with Darius Gaučius. Sixth position, Vidas Samuelis. We have, I think, 3 more minutes to check in with all of the drivers. So on the 7th position, we have Harry Horto. 8th position, Aurimas Urbanavicius sitting on the right side of the car. It doesn't really matter in the racing. I think you get used to it pretty fast. Then with number 81, what a good looking Porsche 211, and we can appreciate the car here. Some crazy diffusers at the back. What a nice looking Porsche here. And in the end we have Egidius Gelunas. And I think we can get lost, get away from the grid, so leave the guys racing. So this will be a rolling start for these guys. Of course, faster cars, so it's easier for them to start here on the rolling start. But anyways, this is Baltic GT, third stage of Baltic Touring Cars Championship, Kaunas Grand Prix. STATETA, bro, guys, pay attention to the track. We are ready to start. Thomas, back to you.
So thanks, Carlis. And as I suspected, number 49 Porsche Cayman of Martin Slukstins is not on the grid. It means we have 10 cars, very different machinery. Artur Batrax, who is Lamborghini Huracan GT3 starting from the front, then Paulius Urbonavicius in Ginetta G55 GT4 from second, then Aivaras Remeka and Rokas Kvedaras both in VCR cars, as we have seen Remeka running Seat Leon Cupra and Kvedaras running Volkswagen Golf GTI. Can we see some rain? Yes, we can. It's not very heavy in the moment here. So here the front row, Batrax and Paulius Urbonavicius. Then second row, Aivaras Remeka, Rokas Kvedaras with DCR cars. Then third row, Darius Gaučius and Vitas Samolis. Gaučius running Cayman, Porsche Cayman, and Samolis Cayman as well. Then Finnish gentleman Harri Hordo, another Volkswagen Golf DCR, together with Aurimas Urbonavicius, another Ginetta. And these are the, actually Martin Slukstins should be the sole starter from row 6, but he's not there. And thus the final row is for Tour 11 in a Porsche and Egidius Gelunas in BMW. So 2 laps, first warm-up lap and then the formation lap, and the rain is getting heavier for sure. You can see it on your screens as well, as cars are running through turn 7 uphill. And it's really heavy rain already now. You can not only see but also hear as the raindrops are falling onto the camera microphone. So it's not yet formation lap, actually, it's a warm-up lap. And as cars cross the timing line, which Egidius Gelunas does now, all cars are on the formation lap now. And looking at the championship standings, there are actually 3 subclasses in BGT Pro, which is for the fastest cars. Gelunas is actually the championship leader with 61 points against Batrax having 50 points. Then BGT M Plus, I'll just pick this, Martin Slukstins and Romet Racing have 72, 50 and 50 points. But none of those 3 drivers are here today, and BGTM leader is Paulius Urbonavicius in front of Rokas Kvedaras and Aivaras Remeka. Their point standings are 100 points for Urbonavicius, which means that he has won all 4 races in his class. Kvedaras has almost half points, 51, and Remeka 45, the same amount as number 1 Vitas Samolis. So everything is now ready. Formation lap is underway. Formation is there clearly, you can see, and the rain is now pouring down once again. It will be interesting to see how far can Egidijus Kelunas reach from P10? Trucks in front together with Paulius Urbanavicius as they go over the final crest towards the start finish area. A rolling start, of course, for GT cars. And here they go. Again, there is TCR cars are probably having a little benefit of front wheel drive on the opening laps because their front tires will warm up much faster, but I don't think it will help them against BaTCC and also even against Baltic Urbanavicius. So BaTCC and Urbanavicius in front as they were on the grid, and Urbanavicius putting some pressure on BaTCC. BaTCC's car, of course, is much faster, should be much faster there, but he has problems to put that power down onto the wet tarmac. And then Remeka has stayed in third and Kadaras in fourth as they were standing on the grid. Now first time uphill and over the crest, and Urbanavicius is already looking at the leader here. They must be very careful, especially when they go over the crest for the first time, because of course you go there twice during the warm-up and formation lap, but then the speed is very low and the track conditions are now changing with literally every second. So you never know what's expecting you behind the corner, and Kelunas hasn't been able to make any progress from his 10th. Quite the opposite. He's now almost 3 seconds behind Tour 11 and in P9. And now Paulius Urbanavicius is going onto the outside into turn 3, and he overtook Artur's BaTCC. I had the impression he did. Can we see it? So we can, and Paulius Urbanavicius is now leading the race in front of Artur's BaTCC, and even Aivaras Remeka is just there. Because that Leon Cupra is warming up its front tires really quickly in these conditions where track is covered with water, it's really important. But I don't think in the big scheme of things that Remeka will be able to beat BaTCC. Maybe he can get close, and maybe he can even get past if BaTCC makes some mistake, but I don't think he will stay in front come the finish. But let's see. New leader Paulius Urbanavicius in Ginetta in front of Artur BaTCC Lamborghini and Aivaras Remeka Seat. They were separated covered by just 2 seconds on the line. The gap, I would say, has probably stayed the same, more or less. And Rokas Kadaras a little bit further behind in fourth. The rain is still coming down hard. A lot of spray in the air. But with just 10 cars, it's not so bad. It's hampering drivers. It's making their view much worse, but not that bad, because the number of cars out on the track is not that big. Meanwhile, BaTCC has caught Paulius Urbanavicius once again. Just half a second between them, and here Darius Kaunas and Vidas Samolis are catching Rokas Kvedaras for 4th as well. And BaTCC is back in the lead. On lap 3, but I'm sure Bonavicius is not done yet. I can only assume that BaTCC played it safe over the first 2 laps, just warming his tires up and getting to know the track conditions. And here you saw that it was Kvedaras under attack from Gautsius. They were and BaTCC is spinning. BaTCC is spinning. At least he didn't hit anything, but he's standing there between turns 7 and 8 on the uphill. He must let all the other cars pass. At least he get moving and didn't hit anything, but now it's Harri Hordo is coming past him as well. So BaTCC has dropped to 9th, and it's still very tricky out there, which Artur BaTCC just demonstrated to everybody. So now the question is, how far can he get back from that P9 he lost? Let's see how much time. His fastest lap was 1:23 last time around, and this time it was 1:46, so roughly 23 seconds. Rokas Kvedaras was to 3rd with BaTCC spinning, but he's now defending from Darius Gautsius. 2 very different cars, actually from the same group, from Volkswagen Group. Rokas Kvedaras running Volkswagen Golf DCA and Darius Gautsius running Porsche Cayman. Another Cayman of Vida Samol is just behind him, and even next 2 cars of Aurimus Bonavicius and Turo Levanen, they are not that far behind as well. So it's a big group, and probably they will swap the positions to the remaining 13 minutes. So Bonavicius has set the fastest lap time, 1:22.7 in the lead. And the lead is more than 4 seconds in front of Remeka. But here comes unfortunate BaTCC. Now he must stay cool and calm, not to overcook it. He's now past Hordo in 8th. Looking at his lap time, 1:24.0. He's more than seconds slower than Bonavicius. Certainly, I think BaTCC is now going to play it safe. He has already been beaten once. He certainly wants to bring a car home in one piece. And looking at the point standings, his main goal is to be in front of Gelunas, who is his sole direct competitor in BaTCC Pro. But Rokas Kvedaras in number 95 Volkswagen Golf DCA has a lot of work to do. As you can see, he has 4 cars just behind him in the very close proximity, and with 11.5 minutes remaining, more than half of the race still to do. Else will have some really hard time. Needs to stay on track. No mistakes, but BaTCC is already flying, and he's seeing how those in front are coming back to him. 1:23.0 for BaTCC, while Bonavicius was about half a second faster per lap. BaTCC will shortly catch these cars in front of him. He's actually some 2 seconds faster than others, and those behind him. So let's see how it looks in the nature, and BaTCC enters the picture. So yes, he will probably be in the wake of Levanen from the end of this lap. No changes here in the battle for P3. While Urbanavicius is now already in the next second. 1:21.1 was his fastest lap. He just completed, it was lap 7. And the gap to Remeka has now grown to over 10 seconds. And BaTCC is not yet in the wake of Levanen, but he's closing quickly. Now he's full 2 or even 3 seconds faster than these cars battling for P3. So BaTCC will certainly catch them. Žiedas now has really tough time because Kaunas is just a few meters behind him under his rear wing already. And Samuelis is closing in as well. So the fight for P3 is getting more and more interesting because BaTCC will soon enter that battle as well. BaTCC is now behind Aurimas Urbanavicius, who has lost a position to Turo Levanen. BaTCC was already all over Aurimas Urbanavicius, that is. The two Urbanavicius are there, but they are not brothers, rather than cousins. Auris Urbanavicius is in front, and Aurimas Urbanavicius currently in P7. Or is it P8 already? No, still P7. BaTCC is just behind him, and I'm sure on the straight between turns 1 and 2, BaTCC will pass Aurimas Urbanavicius. Žiedas still successfully defending his P3, which he inherited after BaTCC spun lap 3. And BaTCC, yes, is now past Aurimas Urbanavicius. He lost a big chunk of time there, but that's not a problem for him. I can't see how he can catch Paulius Urbanavicius, and probably Remeka is too far. Maybe not, maybe even not. But Paulius Urbanavicius is certainly out of reach for BaTCC. But what his position will be as the rain has intensified once again. And look at the skies. One side is almost clear and bright, but the other side is very dark grey. Now BaTCC has caught Levanen. And still running some 2 seconds per lap faster than that. Here comes Remeka in P2, but he has been caught. He lost about a second to those, and this is now Kaunas going past Žiedas and taking P3. And from what we have seen over the past few laps, I think Kaunas will be able to run away from Žiedas. And the latter is now from Samuelis in turn. And BaTCC is coming from behind as well, although he's now past Levanen already and behind Samuelis. So BaTCC will be third very soon. Certainly not on this lap, but probably he can manage that during the next lap. Meanwhile, Urbanavicius has set the best lap time of 1:20.007. So the next second has fallen, and he will probably get into 1:19 soon as well. Here BaTCC Lamborghini all over Samuelis Porsche, and they will swap positions shortly, that's clear. Meanwhile, Gelunas has been lapped by Urbanovic already, Paulius Urbanovic already. Now BaTCC is past Samuolis, and Levanen here is attacking Samuolis as well. That's a little bit surprising, but Levanen has really good pace over the last few laps. Meanwhile, leader Paulius Urbanovic is flashing through our picture as well. He's completing lap 11 now, and can he get under 120? The answer is not this time. But look at this, Aivaras Remeika has been caught by Darius Gauchos, so Remeika is going to lose his P2 very shortly. And then, where is BaTCC? BaTCC is now behind Kadaras still. But with 4.5 minutes to go, it means probably 3 laps. BaTCC can take P2 even. With some luck, probably I would say, because he needs to find some 5 seconds against Remeika. It's possible, it's doable. Also very difficult. Here is Remeika together with Gauchos, and here is BaTCC closing in very rapidly from behind. And Kadaras under attack from Samuolis as well. Artur BaTCC making that mistake and spinning the car in the early stages of this race made the situation very interesting. Now he tries to fight back. He has done quite a big chunk of that job already. But here is the fight for P2. Aivaras Remeika still in second. Darius Gauchos still in third, but Artur BaTCC is coming from behind very quickly. His car is much faster, especially down the straights. But he struggles to put the power down. We saw it already. Three minutes remaining. Probably 2 more laps, maybe 3. Rather 3, yes. So BaTCC is now some 3 seconds behind the Remeika, 3 seconds away from taking second in this race. But once again, I must mention that catching a car in front of you is one thing, passing it is totally different. Samuolis and Levanen here putting pressure onto Kadaras. They are fighting for P5 overall. Now it would be interesting to see how close BaTCC is to this pair. Paulius Urbanovic now has completed 13 laps and has set the best time of 1:19.1 already, so he may get even in 1:18s, even if, especially if he wants. There is no need to push for him whatsoever. But what happens about P2 is much more interesting, because BaTCC was just 1.8 seconds behind Remeika and 0.8 seconds behind Gauchos, having much faster car with 2 laps to go. So P2 is looming for BaTCC, but certainly Remeika and Gauchos are not going to give it away without fighting. And here comes the leader, still 1 minute remaining, which means that Urbanovic will start his final lap in few seconds. But who comes second is the big question. That battle is raging more than half minutes behind him, so they are probably, the next trio is probably just getting up the hill towards turn 8. These are the backmarkers, Harri Hordol lapping Egidus Gelunas. the Samolis, and here is nothing has changed in the battle for the second. Aivaras Remeika still second, Doris Kaučius third, and Artūras Patraks fourth as the final lap is starting from him, and it was Remeika cutting the final chicane here. And Piotras has lost out to both Samolis and Levanen. So the race which started so well for him, he was even third at one stage. It's not going to end so well. Now Patraks is trying to take third away from Kaučius. He had a look into turn 2, but with rain being rather heavy again, has been very cautious here, which is probably the right thing to do. Because even if he stays in fourth behind those two cars, fourth overall, he will be winner in his class. And the main thing is to cross the finish line and look at the rain, how the water is falling down the skies. And probably I would assume that Patraks is not going to attack those two cars in front. Meanwhile, Paulius Urbanavičius has already crossed the finish line as winner of BGT Race 1. And Remeika is going to be second. And he's not going to be second because he went off in the final turn and hit the outside barrier. Oh my, what a drama on the dying seconds of this race. So Aivaras Remeika has been shown as second, probably he crossed the finish line in second, but there is red flag out because it was a really nasty crash here. Actually, after the finish already, which makes it even worse. And yes, he went off and through the gates. I think he didn't hit the barrier, but went directly into the forest, into the trees there. Oh, what an unfortunate incident for Aivaras Remeika. So we didn't see his car. He was actually out of the car. So the main thing is the driver is okay. There is a red flag shown. Also, there is no need for those who have finished it already. On the other hand, some cars are still out on the track. So Paulius Urbanavičius, Aivaras Remeika, Darius Kaučius was top 3, and Artūras Patraks, who after his adventures in the early stages of the race finished 4th overall, was the winner in BGT Pro, while Paulius Urbanavičius took P1 in BGT M. But yes, you can see Aivaras Remeika went straight on there to the chicane, and between the, hopefully no one of spectators were hit, but we can only keep our fingers crossed that nobody was hit. And you see what the weather is doing. It's not just raining, it's very strong, very strong wind as well. So really treacherous conditions. And Egidius Kilounos was dead last in this race. At least he managed to finish and will take some points. Probably he stays in. Yes, he should stay in front of Artūras Patraks in the point standings as well. But the most critical question now is what is the outcome of Aivaras Remeika's crash. We didn't see the car, we saw only that he was out of his car, but as the ambulance was on the site. didn't look too good. But here is Carlis
So we have just
ready.
finished the Baltic GT class. We had a really unsuccessful ending for the race. I think it was Aivaras Remeika going completely off the track in the braking zone, basically through the fence. So right now there's ambulance working. I hope that everyone's okay, but right behind us you can see some action happening there. Probably someone was hit. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully it's not the case, but still we're looking forward to that one. And of course, otherwise the race is over, and we'll try to get out in the rain. We're gonna get wet because it really intensified. That's the reason why Aivaras Remeika couldn't stop the car there. So we'll jump through and go and see other drivers. That is Paulius Urbanovičius. Let's go take a look at Paulius. Paulius, give me a handshake. Give me a handshake. It's nice to see you in, man. I've enjoyed racing you in the 325 Cup, and I'm super happy for you. So how was the race?
For me, the beginning was very interesting because we managed to fight with the Lambo.
Yeah, yeah, we saw that.
And we had a few overtakes back and forth. Unfortunately, Artur slipped just a little bit.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit, you know. He didn't even crash. Just,
we
he just
saw
spun
that.
quickly,
Yeah.
and I think he came back to the race.
But I think your lap is even faster than
I
Baltic's.
know that it's like 2.5 seconds
Yeah.
from anyone else.
So that's nice.
It proves the point.
So you're ready for the second race as well,
I'm
right?
really ready, yeah.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that was Paulius Urbanovičius on his first race. We have some. This is his car, by the way. The yellow car you're looking at right now is an interesting one for Paulius Urbanovičius. So yeah, as I said, we were racing in 325 Cup. He was really good there as well. Let's see what do we have else. Ford number Darius Gaučius here. His car. Let's see, maybe we can have a chat with him. Darius, congratulations on the race. How are you feeling? You're looking happy.
Yeah, I'm actually I am happy.
Are you enjoying the rain?
I enjoyed the survival this race. You know, this weather is quite difficult and the track was quite slippery.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm here and I'm really happy.
Perfect.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's nice to see some happy faces around here. So yeah, I see on the results that Aivaras Remeika is actually on the second. We cannot see him here because his car flew through the fence right there. We can see Artur's Batrax. Maybe actually we could hear what really happened there on the race. Artur's,
yeah,
what happened there?
Small spin.
Small spin, lucky
Yeah.
spin, right?
Yeah, very lucky because very sleepy track.
Was it really?
Yeah, too
Are you
much.
Ready for the second race?
Of course.
Wet tires ready?
Wet tires ready, and balls also.
Good luck at those.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that's actually what Artur said, that it's really true, because you can call basically this Kacergine Nemuno Žiedas racetrack, as I like to call it, is the smart Nordschleife or the small Nürburgring. But yeah, so right now I believe we'll have a little break here. Actually, here on the BMW at the back, you can see Čapkauska's name here. So I heard the rumor yesterday we didn't have a live stream, but as I understand, the Lambo was crashed there yesterday. So yeah, so pretty dramatic day here. The sun is shining through the clouds, but it's pretty dark. So I believe we'll have some few more wet races. And looking at the program, what do we have next? We'll comment on that soon, but guys, stay tuned. It will be, I believe, few minutes to get everything ready. So have a nice break, have something to eat, to drink, and stay tuned, guys. We'll tune in very soon. So Thomas, back to you.
Yes, there is very little I can add to this. We saw pictures from the site. Actually, there was nothing to see. We saw that Aivaras Remeika missed the chicane on the penultimate lap, and on the very last time he just went through that chicane and straight off track towards the forest. Actually, the road you saw which he went down was the part of previous configuration of the track. but we have no information what exactly happened there and what the situation is. So we simply have to wait. And so stay tuned with us, and we will be back when we will have new information and when the action resumes on the track. Meanwhile, we just know that Paulius Urbanocius was the winner in BGT M class, and Arturs Patraks was the winner in BGT Pro. That's for now.
Įtampa tvyro ore vos kelios sekundės iki starto. Startas, tikslas vos už 96 sekundžių. Bolidas neria tiesiai į Pro Express. Visiška kontrolė, absoliutus saugumas, nėra sustojimo ar išlipimo. Laikoma neutrali pavara, putų ir vaško barjeras įveiktas, tempas tik kyla. Paskutinis ruožas, džiovinimas, ar vairuotojas spės į tikslą. Stop, finišas, 96 sekundės ir taip kasdien neribotai. Švara per 96 sekundės. Pro Express, greitis vertas lenktynių. Įtampa tvyro ore. vos kelios sekundės iki starto. Startas, tikslas vos už 96 sekundžių. Bolidas neria tiesiai į Pro Express. Visiška kontrolė, absoliutus saugumas, nėra sustojimo ar išlipimo. Laikoma neutrali pavara, putų ir vaško barjeras įveiktas, tempas tik kyla. Paskutinis ruožas, džiovinimas, ar vairuotojas spės į tikslą. Stop, finišas, 96 sekundės ir taip kasdien neribotai. Švara per 96 sekundės. Pro Express, greitis, vertas lenktynių. Įtampa tvyro ore, vos kelios sekundės iki starto. Startas, tikslas vos už 96 sekundžių. Bolidas neria tiesiai į Pro Express. Visiška kontrolė, absoliutus saugumas, nėra sustojimo ar išlipimo. Laikoma neutrali pavara, putų ir vaško barjeras įveiktas, tempas tik kyla. Paskutinis ruožas, džiovinimas, ar vairuotojas spės į tikslą. Stop, finišas, 96 sekundės ir taip kasdien neribotai. Švara per 96 sekundės. Pro Express, greitis, vertas lenktynių.